All clamshells will bow before their god, the mighty Thor. Hello everyone, welcome to Retro Lunch. Today we're doing our long-awaited review of the Thor. This is my favorite handheld. The only reason why this review took as long as it did is because I've been too busy playing the Thor. So today we're going to be going through a review of the Thor. Let's start with the obvious. This device has got two AMOLED displays. The main 6-inch display runs at 1080p with a buttery smooth 120Hz refresh rate, while the secondary 3.9-inch screen at the bottom clocks in at 60Hz. But this isn't just a gimmick. To me, this is a game changer. DS and 3DS emulation are buttery smooth on this. It plays the entire catalog without any issues. It feels native, it feels seamless. With two screens, multitasking is also a joy. Even basic tasks like downloading a file in Chrome on the top screen and then not needing to close the app, just opening it on the bottom screen, make all operations for emulation and for tinkering so much smoother. For performance, under the hood, this is packing the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor with an Arduino 740 GPU and up to 16 gigabytes of RAM. Now, I personally have the Pro model, which is running 12 gigabytes of RAM. This, I felt, has been sufficient for all of my emulation needs, as well as for running game native and some native PC games. This system plays PS2, GameCube, Wii, everything perfectly. You want retro gaming? Check. You want modern Android gaming? Check. Cloud gaming? Double check. The top screen gives us the opportunity for 120Hz gameplay, assuming your PC is powerful enough. I have been loving this. The battery is a 6,000 milliamp hours, meaning you'll get about 16 hours of retro gaming or about 3 to 4 hours of high-end performance. The clamshell design does take a nod to the 3DS with the larger, wider top screen, as well as the more squared bottom screen. It also means that 3DS gameplay doesn't feel like a hack anymore. When you're playing with this handheld, 3DS feels exactly the way that it should. It's always felt compromised on single screen handhelds, even powerful single screen handhelds. The device is not completely without its flaws. While I personally don't have a major issue because I'm not gaming for long periods of time, it is possible for the controls to feel a bit cramped. I do love this layout of controls with the left stick up top and the right stick on the bottom, since it more closely mimics an Xbox 360 controller. But since the device has the controls very close together in order to accommodate this 3.9-inch screen in the center, it does mean you kind of have to move your hands around in order to reach everything. Now, this can be easily solved with a grip. I'm currently in the process of finding the right 3D printed grip as my solution. That is handy for when I'm playing this game around the house, but if I'm on the go, I'm not doing large, long gaming sessions, and so I'm comfortable with this control. Now, for the price and value, the price range goes from about $250 for the Thor Lite, that is the version with the Snapdragon 865. And while that is not a bad value considering you get two screens, it is worth, in my opinion, spending $50 more for at least the base model of the Thor, because the 865 we've already seen here in the Retroid Flip 2. If you're willing to accept that level of performance and do not require the bottom screen, the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 is actually a better value. It is worth upgrading to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 since there is a no compromises emulation experience. This does go up to $429 at the highest end. I don't currently have that model, but if you're looking for this as a long-term handheld, there is a fantastic opportunity there, both in terms of RAM up to 16 gigabytes, as well as having enough internal storage. I believe it goes up to 1 terabyte of storage, which is great for the current implementation of Game Native and Game Hub, which installs PC and Steam games directly to the internal drive. It does not currently have the option to install games to an SD card. Final verdict, bottom line, if you buy an AYN Thor, you're not going to be chasing the next shiny handheld release. This is an Endgame handheld. It nails retro emulation, modern Android gaming, PC gaming with Game Native and Game Hub, cloud streaming. It does it all. So unless someone invents a handheld that also makes lunch, this is the one to beat. Drop a comment below, and thank you for tuning in. Remember to stay retro, stay gaming, and stay awesome.